welcome back to another episode of Aligned and Thriving for Teachers, the podcast where we remind you that you are doing enough. You're not alone. And yes, it's totally normal to question all of your life choices after that grade 4 meltdown in your second lesson of the day. I'm Mel, and today we're diving into another big one, and this is about behaviour management burnout. Now, if you've ever ended your school day emotionally drained with your jaw clenched, your heart racing, and wondering why your entire job feels like your crisis control, this episode is for you. Because let's be real, it is not the lesson plan that breaks you, it's the constant managing of behaviour. From calling out to meltdowns, disrespect, refusal, power struggles, and just the constant vigilance. It's a lot. So today, we're going to unpack it, validate it, and give you some mindset and practical tools to help reclaim your calm. So, let's just say it straight. Ignoring the bashing in the background, I allowed my husband to take out some doors, and somehow I've ended up with walls missing now too. So, we're mid-renovations, so please excuse the hammering or loud noises if you can hear them in the background of today's podcast. You just get to experience my life. I'm hiding away in my little space of calm, also known as my office space, and we will see how we go. But I really wanted to record this message for you today so that we don't miss out on things, because I believe this is really important, and this is a message I want to share. So let's start with the emotional cost of behaviour management. We're not trained psychologists, okay? Well, you might be, but I'm not. We're not trauma therapists. Again, you might know about trauma-informed practice, but we are expected to handle intense behaviours with patience, empathy, and our own perfect regulation, and often with very little backup. The behaviours that teachers are seeing right now are not just kids being cheeky. We're talking about severe dysregulation, verbal and sometimes physical aggression, kids masking neurodivergence until they explode. I'm actually a parent to one of those. Children living through trauma, neglect, chaos. And guess who they get to unleash it all on? You. What joy. So why does it hit so hard? Because it's not just about managing the moment. It's about all the emotional aftermath, the guilt you feel for yelling back, the overthinking on your drive home, the what else could I have done spiral, feeling like nothing you do actually works. It chips away at your confidence, your patience, and your love for the job. And it's not you. Let me just say it out loud. You are not a bad teacher if your class is struggling. You are not failing because you cried in the car. You are not weak for asking for help. You are navigating complex behaviours with very limited tools in a system that just isn't built for it. And yet you're still showing up. And that's what matters. It's important. So let's focus on a little less fixing and more containing. You're not here to fix every child. You're here to hold space, set boundaries, and model regulation. What that might look like is saying, I can't let you speak to me like that, and walking away. It might be offering two calm choices. Sit at your desk or take a break outside, or you might have some other options within your school framework. Protecting the rest of your class while managing one dysregulated student. Might be staying neutral when everything in you wants to just yell. You are not responsible for every reaction, but you are responsible for your response. So, what are some micro practices to help you decompress during the day? Because you can't just hold your breath until 3:30. You might try some of these. A grounding mantra like, I am safe, I am calm, I don't need to absorb this energy. You could shake it off, bring some tay-tay into the world, go into the bathroom and literally shake your arms, jump up, sigh it out, give yourself a whole body jiggle. Sorry, I jiggled when I did that. You can put cold water on your wrists. That will help reset naturally your nervous system. Or you might just step outside for a minute during recess, even if it is just to breathe in fresh air. You need these micro mini recovery moments throughout your day, not just at the end of term. So, what about some quick wins to help you feel a little bit more like you're in control of your classroom? You might use visual reminders like rules or expectations that you've written with your class. You might have a calming corner or a calming space. You might use brain breaks. I know I love a good brain break, and I love to actually join in with the kids too. Who doesn't love Daddy Go, guys? I mean, come on. Secretly, you all love it. It really brings out those old ex-nightclub girl dancing vibes. Or am I just speaking from my own life experience here? Maybe. You might need to document only what's really necessary. So don't fall into that trap of over-reporting, but just doing what you need to do. You might ask for support, so from leadership or your TA, or just getting a colleague to step in if you need to tap out. It's the same thing, and I'm talking from a parent perspective, that when you're parenting a child and you have literally butted head to head with your child and you just can't do it anymore, and then you step out and the next parent steps in and it changes everything. It just breaks that circuit. You might need to do that with a colleague within the classroom space too. You might use a reward system that's really simple but consistent. I mean, guys, Temu, way to go. So easy. And you might have a reset routine after a really hard lesson. You might play music, you might tidy up, you might do some breathing. But there's lots of different strategies, and I'm sure every school has their own policy around maybe positive behaviour management, and that you can adapt and change to use within your classroom space too. But you need to have some compassion for yourself too. So this job takes heart. It takes courage for you to walk back into a room when things went absolutely sideways yesterday, but you keep turning up. It takes love to keep trying with that kid who told you yesterday that they hated you. I mean, I experienced this with our own child. His go-to message for certain things is, I hate you. We know that he doesn't mean those words, and he does apologize for them later, but that's the go-to because he knows that words hurt. And at that point in time, he's so heightened and dysregulated that he can't really control what's going on. And so his function is, I'm just going to say this because you'll go away. You'll leave me alone. Or I'll get what I want. It's all of those things. What is the child actually asking for in that moment? And that's what you've got to step back and disconnect from and try and make those connections of no. Do not take that to heart on you. That's not on you. They don't hate you. They just need that chance to regulate their emotions and things. So don't take that on. It takes strength to regulate when your brain is screaming. So please don't take all of that on. Let me say this to you again. Like, you are doing so much better than you think, especially if you are turning up again the next day, hitting the reset button, ready to go again. But behavior management burnout, it's real, it's emotional, and you're not failing. Like, you're navigating a job with some really unrealistic expectations, sort of given to you by, I don't know. I don't want to say it's given to us by a department or policies, procedures, all of those things that may be out of touch with what's actually going on within a classroom space. So sometimes it feels really, really difficult. But you're allowed to feel, you're allowed to take breaks, and you're allowed to set limits. Those little micro practices that I talk about in all of these little episodes, they matter. So choose something and start doing it, even if it is taking 3 deep breaths before you walk into your classroom every day, setting an affirmation for your class every day. Go back and listen to the Manifesting a Better Term and see if that helps you work within your classroom space. But the compassion for your students, it all starts with compassion for yourself. Okay? I've talked about this nearly every single episode, that it all starts with you. You need to fill your cup and be overflowing so you can step into that classroom with those challenging kids and you can tackle that behavior and you can start making an actual real difference. So if you're getting to that point where you are feeling utterly burnt out, then stop and focus on you. Start putting some of those micro practices into place. Do your self-care. And then you can actually start making these amazing changes within your classroom space. It's just going to be so good because you are going to be aligned with yourself, and then you can thrive in your environment. That's why I called this podcast Aligned and Thriving for teachers, for educators. But yeah, pretty much anyone can listen to this and apply it to your life too. Because no matter what, everyone needs to focus on themselves first and their self-care. And then moving from there, you can just move mountains really once you've looked after yourself and done all the things that you need to do. So if this episode resonated with you, make sure you screenshot, share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. It's only a short little episode, just takes a couple of minutes out of your day, and it could make the world of difference to somebody because it might just be the thing that they need to hear. So let's normalize this conversation. And until next time, let's keep aligned, keep thriving, go and focus on some of those self-care rituals that I talk about in all of these episodes. And I will talk to you again next time. Bye, guys.